everyone. Welcome. I gotta, oops, get back to this screen. And here we are. Get over to comments. Hey, Deb. And Lisa's here. Awesome. I see 4 sets of eyeballs, so that's good. Once again, Facebook did not share my event, so it's a good thing Jamie caught me and reminded me, so I was able to do that. It's they're getting more and more frustrating. Ugh. Like, I don't know how long we'll have to keep trying. Hey, Carol. I mean, I'm assuming they're once I share it, I get the word out, but I don't understand why when I create the event now it doesn't want to share on its own. It's crazy. All right, so we got 7 eyeballs. That's good, and I'm assuming everyone can hear me just fine. Hey, Gloria. So yeah, we're doing cards and envelopes tonight, and let's get over. I didn't have anything to announce other than like the standard things. Like we've got the mini catalog, Sale-a-Bration, the online exclusives, the kits. I did get the new birthday card kit, and my order did arrive today, which was a day earlier than expected. So, brightest birthday kit. If anybody wants to see that, let me know. And I can do that at the end. Because I'm kind of like, I don't know how time's going to go. Because when I made my list of all the cards I wanted to make, I have 5 cards and like 2 envelopes that we're going to make like from scratch. So let's get into it. Rose is here. Awesome. Carol M. Deborah R. Awesome. Um, so what I'm using last week, this week, and next week, I'm kind of focused on this is my marbled elegance series. So I'm using the designer paper, I'm using the ephemera kit, the brush gold cards and envelopes. We're going to get into that tonight. Last week was the gift bags combo pack using the heart sequins, the gold thread, iridescent striped trim. Those are all the numbers, the prices, like if you want any of that. um, so tonight I'm also using, let's just get down to it, right? So dies. Um, I got the Hearts of Elegance stamp set. However, I did not get the dies because I already have 2 sets. I have this one that is retired, Stampin' Up. Oh, whoops, wait a minute. Hold please. I just made my screen bigger. Oh, I don't even know how I did that. Ugh. Okay. Like it's bigger on my end and I can't see. Oh, there we go. I can't see all the comments. Okay. Sweet. So Jamie's here, Penny's here. Awesome. What was I doing? Yep. Okay. So yeah, I've got this set that is retired from Stampin' Up, and then I've got this set that I got from Unity a couple years ago. Dashes and frills, hearts. So I'm saying use whatever you want because the heart dies, like these will fit in most anything. Any die cut, maybe punches, like if you're really in love, if you're in love with the hearts, with the whole Hearts of Elegance bundle that has the new heart shapes, or if you don't have any hearts, then sure, get them. But if you've already got a set of nesting hearts, like just use what you have, right? So Deborah R on the big screen, awesome. So Hearts of Elegance. I'm also, so this came in my order that I just got today. This Elements of Text. So I might throw this in. Don't know yet. And then greetings. I think one of the cards I'm going to make is a birthday. So I'm going to use these two probably because I do like mixing and matching the fonts. So like I said, I've got 5 cards and 2 envelopes to make. Let's get this first one. I was going to do a slim line for the very first one, but then I was like, nope. We're going to do a regular size because I'm also going to want to make an envelope. Now, the cool thing about these envelopes that I'm going to show you how to make is you can use this pattern with just cardstock, with just designer series paper, whatever you want. I am going to use both because I think it's pretty. And if you do it all in cardstock, it's a little bit heavier and your card might be overweight, like over 1 ounce. If you do it with designer paper, It's totally not going to add that much weight to it, but then you've got to get like a sticker to do your address label, and you might not want to use that much designer paper just to like waste on an envelope. But I like adding at least one panel. So I'm going to show you, this is going to be a 2-piece envelope. We'll do that, and this will be for a regular standard size card. Penny, I'm glad I sound better because I do feel better. Those antibiotics were working. My cough has gotten a lot less juicy and a lot less frequent. But I started doing that sinus rinse last week, like where you waterboard yourself with that, saline solution. It's not nearly as bad as I expected. Like all these years, like I never wanted to do it because I thought I was going to choke myself or drown myself. But yeah, it's working. So I'm glad you can hear it. So yeah, Deborah, I do like the shabby chic look. You're right, exactly for cards. I think it adds a little, and it can be like vintagey and stuff. Hey, Anna. So, oh, Sue's here too. Awesome. Okay, Sue. Let's get to the card for this one. Real red, 5.5 by 8.5. Score in half, 4.25. And as always, I'm gonna have my blog updated this weekend, but I will tell you it will not be until Sunday because I have pool all day Saturday, assuming we win, and going to a dinner theater Saturday night. So this will be Sunday update. All right. Basic white 4 by 5.25 for the inside. And does this want to come out or no? Yeah, I was happy to see my Stampin' Up! Order arrived earlier. Just because I got some like that new kit that, like I said, if anybody wants to see the new birthday card, there was 3 kits this month, 3 new kits. Birthday, bright and beautiful, whatever I said. The card kit, I got that one. Then there was like a gift bag and gift card thing. I didn't get that one. And then there was another card one that was like, it looked like it was all white or vanilla. I didn't get that one. So if anybody after wants a quick peek at the birthday card kit, I will open that. Okay, so then we have designer series paper that is 4 by 5.25, but I'm going to cut this, okay? And I want to go with this pattern, and I did want pay attention to the direction of the pattern, right? Because I wanted these leaves going up. So what I want to do is cut. How did that just slide right over there? I want to cut 2 inches off of each end. I'm going to cut 2 inches off this end, 2 inches off that end. All right. And this so that'll be our top. This will be our bottom. Depending on the patterns, if you were to do this later with different patterns, you just have to check both sides. But what I wanted to do is flip it and have it this way. So kind of like a rip and flip, but we're cutting it and it'll be a nice even cut. Now, when we cut our paper like this, and we're just going to piece it back together, it might not want to fit nicely because every time we cut it, it like makes it have more space, makes it take up more space. So it may not want to line up as nicely, but it looks like it's going to be good. All right, and I'm just eyeballing. So I'm going to glue down. And of course, if you wanted it the opposite way, do it whatever. I just like showing both sides of the pattern with this kind of a layout. All right, so I'm going to glue that down. And you know what? I'm just going to glue these bottom to top. And then if I need to trim anything off, like a smidge off the top, I will do that. Now I'm going to be using these hearts, these layered hearts that I cut out with my Unity dies. If you don't have them, if you want to use circles, squares, like whatever shape, you do you. Oops, I almost put that upside down. And I think, was I going to do this one a birthday card? I think I was, because I have a friend who her birthday is Valentine's Day. So I always do like some kind of hearts for her card. So I've got Flirty Flamingo and Basic White, and I just die cut these. So that's where I'm going with that. Now remember, I also wanted to use like some of the different threads. We've got the iridescent, where did I put that? Oh, gold thread and iridescent. Yeah, Gloria. So my notices weren't going out. Well, unless you were talking about somebody else, but yeah, my Facebook notices haven't been going out. I don't know what's up with that. Other than Facebook continues to annoy me. Okay. So yeah, I definitely want to do this birthday, and I'm probably gonna pop it up and add just like a little, I call it a swoop and loop ribbon. So I'll put like tape down here and do like a 3-prong thing. Let's do our stamping first. So how about that? So where'd those sets go? Yeah, I wasn't sure which one I wanted to do as a birthday for my friend Anne. So we're gonna do happy. Actually, let me see how big birthday is. Birthday, that is gonna be tight. All right, let's try again. Where's birthday for this one? So we'll do maybe, yep, a print for birthday. And my hand is sticking to that. And where's our happy? Is this it? It's hard to tell. Oh no, that says no. Holidays. Okay, wrong. Happy is up at the tippy top. Okay, this is gonna work. All right, now you can try to squeeze these on like one block, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do this. This one's really too big. Let's grab a smaller block. I keep getting more and more blocks, and I feel like my little basket that I have them in is gonna crack. All right, so colors are Real Red and Flirty Flamingo. So let's do Flirty Flamingo and then Real Red. I kind of want the Real Red to be smaller because that's gonna stand out more, just because it's so much brighter and darker. All right, so let's give this a whirl and hope this is kind of straight. Okay. Nice. Hey, Di. All right, so that's that. So that's birthday. And I might as well keep this red out because we're going to be probably using that again. And then we'll do happy in the Flirty Flamingo. Ooh, which is looking juicy. I just had to re-ink that last week. All right, now, since this is lighter than this, I can overlap the happy a little bit, and then we'll still be able to read. So let's do this. Oh, yeah, I love it. So you can kind of overlap the letters there. Just make sure, like it's darker on the bottom. Or not on the bottom. Whatever you're overlapping, make sure lighter goes on top of darker. All right, and then, oops, I got a little ink smudge there. Dang it. All right, where is my, you know what? I mean, I don't know if anybody, oh, you know what? We're gonna let's just put a little gem on that. That's fine. All right, let's layer this up. I love it. So whatever dies or punches you want. Cute, cute, cute. Yeah, I'm gonna put some little heart sequins on there. All right, so I'm gonna do my fast fuse. Use your sticky strip, like whatever kind of strong adhesive you have. I forget what the Stampin' Up! One is because I don't even have it. All right, so swoop and loop. So I want to start off the edge, pull it up, and I might need more tape. Let's go right there, and then loop it back. Oh, the box just fell over. Okay. All right. And if you don't like the triple, because then it's going to be like here. Actually, let's angle this a little bit more. And I like that. That looks a hot mess right now. All right. So just so you have like a nice little ribbon bow or layers of ribbon. All right, and then we'll pop this up with some dimensionals. Plenty of dimensionals, so we have no saggy bits. And one more, why not? And as I'm checking my my sketch, yep, that's all I put on there. Okay, cool. What is that sticking to? All right, I gotta hold this up a little bit so I can eyeball. Pretty. So see that little ink smudge right there? Driving me nuts. All right, so we're gonna add, this is a perfect chance to add some cover-ups. All right, so let's do happy birthday. So I'm gonna do 1, 2, and 1 down there. At least 3. So Di, this is, I'm sending this to Anne. I said everybody probably knows somebody that has a birthday in February or on Valentine's Day. All right, let's do that. Oh, cute. I love it. So I like the 5 hearts. Gloria. Ooh. Bad accident. Oh no. Yeah, I'm with Lisa. I hope everyone was okay. Ugh. All right. So there's our card. Now, let's make the envelope. And I do have to draw out some part of this. So I'll just tell you right now, I've got this piece is 5 by 7 1/4, and this is for a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 envelope. All right, so cardstock 5 by 7 1/4, and let's just measure that again. Yep, no lies detected. And then our designer paper should be 4 1/2 by 6. So this is going to, yep, 4 1/2 by 6. So this method of making an envelope is going to use like the least amount of designer paper because I know we all tend to hoard that. All right. Deborah, yours is the 12th. That is close. Okay, all the scoring is going to be on the cardstock, and then we're just basically placing our designer paper on the hinges that will be made. All right, so here's our picture. I wanted this part to be 6, and it's going to be 4 1/2 wide. We're going to score it at a 1/4 inch on 3 sides. All right, 1/4 inch here. And then I wanted a 1 inch for the flap. All right, so that's how we get 7 1/4 and then by 5. All right, let's do this. 5, 7 1/4 cardstock. Okay, so, and actually I should just leave this out because we're going to do a slimline one next. So 1/4 inch on 3 sides. All right, let me, hopefully this can squeeze in here enough that everybody can see. So we want 1/4 inch on this side. And if you find that a 1/4 inch is not wide enough for you to deal with, then just increase it to a 1/2 inch. And then you'll just have to adjust your measurements, all right? But I find a 1/4 inch is good. It is a little on the tight side, but I wouldn't go any less than that for sure. All right, and then on this side, we're gonna score at 1 inch. All right, because that's gonna be the flap. Okay. So we wanna cut out these corners on the top, and we can do a little angle. I know it's probably hard to see these score marks, especially on the, I'm going to angle this a smidge. All right, so we want to cut that like that. Same thing on this side. Little angle, little angle. Now the corners, like we're just going to cut those off. So right across the edge there. Okay, so there's the base of our envelope. And we're gonna fold and burnish, burnish, burnish each side. I really like doing this with slim lines, like if I'm trying to make my own envelope for slimline cards, because if you use cardstock for that whole thing, it really does push you over the extra ounce, and then you have to add an extra stamp, and like nobody wants to do that. So if you do this using cardstock and designer paper, you are less likely to run into that. All right, and then fold that over. So our designer series paper, this was again 4.5 by 6. This is going to fit perfectly on here. All right, and if it wants to hang over a little bit, we'll just have to trim it. So I find it easier to put glue on the bottom first, not all three. All right, this way I can get that bottom edge straight. I swear, I leave my glue on the side so it won't close up like this. All right. So glue on this bottom flap. And you see how teeny tiny this is? That's what I'm saying. If you're not comfortable with that, make it a 1/2 inch. Okay. So let's line these up. And squish, tap. We want everything flush to the bottom. All right. Just like that. Everything flush. And the sides look like I got it a little bit crooked, but that's okay. I'm going to force it to go where I want. All right, let's do this. Burnish this down. That looks great. Now, you kind of have to do the sides both together and try to hold them down, because if you do just one side, you're going to have a hard time trying to get glue in down here. So this is where I say just do both of these sides at the same time. The most important part is just that bottom piece. Doing that first. Okay. All right, can I get my fingers in here just so I can hold it down a little bit? And then I'm just gonna flop it down. Press, press, press. Okay. This is looking pretty sweet. And then we fold that over. So that's how pretty our envelope is, and that's perfect. So you can write on this side, put your stamp on. Now, if you want to do a little half circle punch, go for it. I have not been doing that. So when you add the hinges on the sides, it makes the envelope just a little bit wider. And it's not so tall that they can't just go in there and grab it. Like, they don't need a notch to be able to get this out. All right, and then I would do glue right here and flop it over. So I love that kind of envelope. So that's our first card, birthday card. Did I clean this stamp off? All right, now, similar idea as far as making an envelope, but we're gonna make a slimline card now. And so slimline, we're gonna do Poppy Parade, and this is 7 by 8.5, and I've scored it at 3.5. So my finished card size is gonna be 3.5 by 8.5. All right, so there's Poppy Parade. Then I've got basic white for the inside. That is 3.25 by 8.25. And I just realized I could stamp a couple hearts on the inside here. So let's just do that real quick. So I'm going to use the heart stamp that comes from the Hearts of Elegance. That's another reason why I wasn't like super pressed about getting the dies, because I feel like this heart is easily cuttable. Um, the flower is easily cuttable. The leaves, I just wouldn't cut them because the leaves, I could cut those. Those wouldn't be too bad. Um, this one, I mean, I could suffer through it. Jamie, am I using regular glue to close the envelope or repositionable tape? So no. Hey, Julie. Awesome. No, Jamie, I would never use repositionable tape on an envelope because it's never gonna be permanent. So yeah, I would use glue. Um, if anything, you could use some tear and tape. You mean to close this part, right? This, yeah. I would just use straight glue or tear and tape or the red line sticky tape, like something strong. Yeah, good question. I don't even use repositionable tape anymore for anything. All right, let's do Poppy. I just want to have like a little cluster. I have to order a new Poppy Parade reinker. Actually, I'll just do 2. That's good enough. Good enough for now. I could do another one up there if I want. All right, and so the way I got to a slimline for this is because I cut out a bunch of hearts and they wouldn't fit on a regular card. So I'm like, you know what? We're just gonna make a slimline. Okay. So basic black. This is 3¼ by 8¼ Then I took crumb cake, and this is 3 1/16 by 8 1/16. So 3¼ by 8¼ and then you take off 3/16, right? Jamie, you always feel like you have to destroy the envelope because the glue tape is so strong. Yeah, but I wouldn't trust it getting through the mail with repositionable tape, really. And the envelope, like, I always feel like that's going to get thrown away anyway. So who cares? Like, if they have to rip into it, they got to work. We work to make it and make it pretty. So they got to work to get into it. Okay. Um, so after I did that, I cut it, I put it through the dotted circles embossing folder. So you can only emboss things with for slimline cards with the embossing folders that are the long ones, the 8½. That's like 6 by 8½, and we only have a few of those. So that's why I went with the circles because I wanted something like generic. What I want to do is hit these dots with some crumb cake, so it'll be like just a little bit darker. So crumb cake on crumb cake. I'm going to use a brayer. My first thought is to do direct to paper, but whenever you have a squishy pad, you may press a little hard and get parts inked up that you don't want. Hey, Marlene. You only missed one card, Marlene. One card in one envelope. And now we're on to the second one. So anyway, if you had like the ink spots that are linen, you could use those because you're just going to rub it over the top and it's going to catch just all the raised up bits. I just wouldn't do it with a foam. Unless you're me, you save your envelopes as well. Oh, hilarious. I don't, by the way. All right, so I'm taking the brayer and I'm using this one. I was going to throw it away because it's got a little chunk out of it. But then I realized I can't get replacements. All right, so brayer, and then I am lightly going to roll over this just back and forth just because I want those dots to stick out some, right, with a little more color. Oh, I like it. Okay. So, yeah, perfect. Okay, close this up. Now I am going to wrap this in a paper towel. For now, because I'm going to have to go and run this under the faucet. So I don't have to deal with that right now. All right, so brayer. And then let's layer this to our black. And then I'm going to show you some fun bits that I stamped. So I stamped a bunch of hearts and cut them out. Hand cut. I didn't want to do that on camera. All right, let's do this. And hope this is straight-ish. Okay, that looks good. I like it. Now I feel like I could have brayered, I could have done black instead of the crumb cake, but I like it. So Jamie, whatever you commented, it just says OBJ, object, object, object. It doesn't say what it is. Dumb Facebook. All right, so how did I have these? I used every color that came in that is in the pack. So, and then I stamped it, hand cut them, and then I took a sponge, the fingertip sponge, and I inked every edge with crumb cake. So I've got Flirty Flamingo, Real Red, Melon Mambo, Poppy Parade, Cherry Cobbler, and Petal Pink. So yeah, you had to jump out of Facebook because you were exactly right. All right. So what I wanted to do was just line these up. Oh, and let me show you the card. So this idea came from a Valentine card that I got last year, and I saved it. It was from Kay. I had pulled it out because wanted to show everybody, and now I can't find it. All right, wah wah. Okay, when I take pictures, I think that's when I will be able to show and say, look what Kay made. But she had done a similar idea. She had punched hearts out of different color solid cardstock and then inked the edges with probably crumb cake or some brown. And that's bothering me. Where did I put that now? Oh, Lord. All right, I'm gonna have to let it go. Okay, so I kind of want these to be, they're gonna have to overlap a little bit. And I like them to go like ink, 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 ink. And put that there, and then that one there. So I'm gonna start with, oh, I really like that. And you could have it go up, down, but I want it just across in a straight line. So I'm gonna do this one first because I really liked where that was placed. And if you want to pop these up, pop them up. All right, let's do that. And then this one, and hopefully it won't be too off. All right, do that. Yeah, it's gonna work. But you could do this with any shape. You could do flowers. You could do green, like clovers for St. Patrick's Day. Any image, just stamp a bunch of different colors, cut or punch them out, and then, ink them with all the same color because that just ties them all together. And then make sure you have that color somewhere else on your card too. That really ties it all together. I'm trying to smash these. Yes, Jamie, eggs for Easter. Yep. That would be really cute too, because you could have like grass down here. Ooh, I love this. Love it, love it, love it. You like the sound effects? All right. Oh man, I love this. All right, now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, was I supposed to put any ribbon on there? Nope, I didn't have that on my design. Okay, so for the greeting, I said we were going to use some of the ephemera kit, and that was the Celebrate Love. So I'm using the Valentine's ones on my Valentine's treats. These, I'm not using all of them. And I wanted a black background. So my plan is to cut like one of these out. So how do you get a black background? Well, you just color it. So take some, and like I didn't think I was going to use this light one, and this one is Be Mine. So I did two different ways. This one I used Catherine Pooler ink, and I just took the ink pad and held it right on there. Like I put this on the table, my mat, took my ink pad, put it right on there. That gives really nice even coverage, and it kind of looks chalkboardy. I love it. This one, I took my basic black Stampin' Blend, and I just colored it. So that looks good too, but it doesn't look as even as this one. And I don't know if you guys can even tell. I think you can. Like, see, like it's kind of lighter here and here. And I could probably just go over it again. But yeah, I'll use that for something else. So this is going to be my base. And I think I'm probably going to put this like kind of right down here. Digging it. I guess let's use Be Mine. Ooh, let's try. Let's pull both of these out and we'll see what we like better. And I do need to, I need to glue this on the poppy card so I can really see which one I'm going to like better, because I might not like the pink one, because that might look terrible with the poppy parade base. All right. Oh, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, so that's that. Yeah, I think definitely we're going to use Be Mine, because the pink, that's going to look dumb. I know you probably can't tell from up there. So that's pink. That's the red. The red looks better. All right, so what we're going to do is put this one back in here so I don't lose it. But I love that, because I don't have any dies for this, but just use, some of the backs. All right, so I'm going to cut right on these dotted lines. And I'm going to go very slow. This is hard to see white on white, but I'm going to make do. And it's perforated kind of, so it's making a noise every little bit that I cut. I really need to hold this over a black background. There we go. All right, almost there. Now, if you didn't have these ephemera pieces, you just create a layered greeting of your choice, but I would go with the black background. All right, that feels like that didn't cut. It's not a smooth cut because of that, like, perforation. All right, I might have to get over this. First, I thought it was cool, but no, I want it smooth. All right, good enough. And then we just put this on top. And if it covers up the dotted lines, oopsie. Oh, there. I don't think you can really see through my hand, but yeah, can you see through that? You can see the dots still. So that's kind of cool. Oh, Di, you're right. Sand it. Why didn't I look up first? Well, it's good enough. Okay, now, if you don't like that this is stark white, you can do some ink blending around that. And do I still have my dauber out? I thought I had saved it because I knew. Oh, here we go. Here we go. All right, let's just do a little bit, because I did all those. I'm just gonna do the edges of the white, and that's gonna tie in all that edges that we did on the hearts. Oh, I like that better. Looks a little bit like it makes sense. All right, so crumb cake. Time check. Ooh, 8:39. Oh my God. All right. You guys, I tried to do 4 cards. Well, I had 5 because I just couldn't pick my favorites. All right, let's do this. And really, I didn't even have any doodads on this one because we've got so many hearts already going on. But we are going to make an envelope with the same principle as the other one. All right, so this is going to go quickly, but I love it. So 3.5 by 8.5 finished. And I could hit all those hearts with some Winkostella. But don't you just think those dots really pop too? I love it. Okay, so Same idea to make this envelope. We're going to do a 2-piecer, and I'm going to draw the same diagram. So it's kind of like top to bottom, not to scale. All right, let's do 1/4 inch, and I'm still doing 1/4 inch. This time I want, let me see in my diagram. Oh, did it right here. So I want this to be 9, right? Because my card is 3.5 by 8.5. So just to make it easier on myself, I said 4 by 9. All right, and then a 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch, and 1 inch. All right, so my cardstock is 10 1/4 by 4.5. Right, 4.5. 4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4. Exactly. All right, so we're gonna score again. And same idea. All right, 1/4 inch long side, 1/4 inch on the bottom, turn it, 1/4 inch on the other side, and then turn it again. And this will be our top flap, so we'll do 1 inch. And I'll cut the top like little angle, little angle, little angle, little angle. And we'll cut the whole corners off here. So really, you're only cutting 4 little bits off. All right, and then we will fold and burnish all of these tiny little edges. So yeah, again, if you're not comfortable with this 1/4 inch border, just make yours a half and you'll just change the measurement. So instead it would be 5 instead of 4 1/4, because you'd have a half plus 4 plus a half. And this one would be 9, 10 and a half. All right, let's get this one folded up. Yeah, there was, it was starting to flurry when I was coming home. And we're supposed to have record lows like Monday and Tuesday. I think for Maryland people, have you heard snow more tomorrow or not until next week? Because I saw a couple days ago and I thought it was supposed to be Saturday. All right, same thing with this big old piece. So this designer piece is I did not read 4 1/4, 4.5 by 10 1/4. That doesn't make sense. 4 by 9. Yeah, because it's the same exact size as this part without. So same idea. I'm going to put glue starting at the bottom so I can keep everything nice and straight. Glue. And I really like that back. You don't want to be mathing. Well, I only say that so people can adjust it if they really, some people just can't deal with a teeny tiny border. Like they just can't do it. They can't do the manipulation. And so that's that. So they can change it. All right, I can tell I got this a little bit crooked. A smidge, like right down here, but I'm not going to worry about it. All right, so now glue all the way down here. Whoops. And I didn't mean to run that up under it. I don't want my envelope flap to get glued down. Okay, so I'm just going to hold this down, press, press everything. Like once you start folding it down, it just goes. And yeah, perfect. I love it. All right, so we fold our top. And again, if you want to do a little clip, then do it. you know, like a little half circle. But let's just put this in. Perfect. I love it. And with this one, there is like an extra half inch or so. See how the sizing works of that. So we've got a nice border. If you had thicker things, that's good. It'll all fit in here. Love it. Okay. So I think those are the only envelopes we're making. Now we're just going to continue with cards. So let's do, let's go to number 3. Ooh, okay. So I love making shaped cards. So and we're using the gold cards and envelopes for this one. Okay. So there's envelope. And I use the card separately to die cut different hearts out of. So this time I use the card, you know, just to get some interesting pieces that we'll use. All right. So I got a whole bunch of those. So you could cut out like this, you could use, you know, a bigger heart and cut the whole thing. But I'm using blueberry bushel, and I used my Unity dies. This is the largest set of dies. So I will need, I also die cut a piece for the inside, and that's what I die cut this from. Or I mean, that's what I cut this from. Ugh. So these are the same size. Okay. So your size, I'm not really going to tell you the card measurements now because it's going to depend on what dies you have. All right. So to make any shaped card, you just need 2 of the exact same die cuts so that we're going to glue them together and do some scoring so we can actually open it. But you just want them, you cut 2 the same so they perfectly line up. All right. And then I've cut the one right here. Perfect. All right. So I'm just going to glue my inside bit down first. Because when I make these kind of cards, I do scoring on the bottom. So on this piece, so that there's no score lines on the top, and we'll be able to open it like that. So we're going to glue it. So I don't like folding the card in half, like pretend this was a card, and then putting the die like right up there. Let me just show you. That's kind of how the new butterfly die works. But when you do that, so you would cut it, like put it just a hair over that edge so that the card would still be attached and open. I don't really like that. So that's why I do this way. I cut 2 pieces the same, and then we're gonna score. All right, so on the bottom. And whether I attach this white piece to the inside or not really depends on the dies. Because if the dies were smaller, if this white piece would have cut out smaller, I could have added it later maybe. I don't know. So I'm scoring. I'm pressing it all the way up against the left side of my scoreboard. So this is going to give me a straight line. And I'm going to score, I'm going to go in at 1/4 inch. Again, that's tiny. And I do have to go through 2 layers. 1/4 inch is tiny. So just take your time with this. But we only need a little edge, right? We only need a little bit. See those score marks? That's all we need. Is something to be able to fold that back, right? So we can attach it. All right, now I need my bone folder. All right, so let me just fold this back. Now it would help if my glue was completely dried. Because I tell you, it's trying to score through that 2 layers. But this is gonna work. All right, so I'm pushing that. And I'm just gonna keep folding that over and burnish. All right. This does not look nice, but it's going to be fine. All right, so we fold that over. Fold it kind of flattish back, and we put glue right on this piece. Okay. And then we're going to line these up. Pinch the tops together. So that's going to create our closure, or our like spine for the card, really. And of course, I didn't get that lined up. Yep, there we go. Okay, burnish, burnish, burnish. So I like having the front nice, and then the back can have the score line. All right, so then I could cut it with the edge of the white. I could have, but I kind of like, then I wouldn't know. I like it going all the way up, you know, so it's all continuous. Once you get it glued down, like you can't tell. So that's good. That is sturdy, and we'll let that sit there. So for this top piece, like I said, I cut this out of the card itself. I always make Dave a blue Valentine card or birthday card because blue is his favorite color. So actually I want to flip this over. So I want to take a picture of that pattern later. So get another brayer. Now here's the thing. We're going to do blueberry bushel. And then I'm going to show you another version that I did. My blueberry bushel. Here we go. So this is another place where I would like to do direct to paper. And you can do that. I did it with designer paper. And I'll show you that's the one that I cut out. But if you don't feel comfortable with that, again, you can use the brayer. I don't think I was going to use the brayer on a different one. Yeah, no, let's just do it. All right, so blueberry bushel. And you'll have to go over this a couple times just to get on all the nooks and crannies. But I will tell you, like, dragging your ink pad over it, it really saturates. So if you want to get a lot of color, like just really quickly. All right, ooh, I'm liking this. Okay, that looks great. Now that ink is beading up on that gold foil, so you need a paper towel. And try not to get your hands all inky. So we're just gonna buff this off. Okay, and see how all that ink comes up off on your paper towel. I love it. Love it, love it. Okay, so let me just show you another one so we can see what I'm talking about. All right, so if we wanted to do direct to paper, just drag it. Be careful, but drag it, right? Back and forth. And I'm trying to hold it on the gold part because I know I don't want ink there anyway. All right, ooh, I like that. So same thing, we want to just buff it. Now this card that I use, the gold brush card, like this is thick cardstock and it's sturdy. I tried the direct to paper on a piece of, I cut a 4x4 piece of the designer paper, and I wanted this pattern because it had lighter pinks, because red and blue make purple, right? So yes, Jamie, see, you see where I'm going. That's exactly what I did. So that same piece, look at that. That was like my prototype. Where did my heart go? Because I had one. Oh, here we go. So see how pretty this ended up? I love it. It looks like gorgeous grape. And that was from this paper. So I chose this one because I like the gold splatters, as you know, as far as the other one had a lot more like gold streaks, really, kind of like this. But I love them both. When you do it this way on the designer paper, you have to let this dry like for a couple hours or heat set it, because it was really, really saturated. All right, so let's just decide. I might save that purple one. I might do this one for him. I like that. I like that too. Yeah, we are separated at birth, Jamie. You know it. I like that. I think I'm going to stick with the blue one though, just because that's his fave. All right, and I was hoping not to get blue inky fingers, but all right, there it is. Okay, so I'm going to glue this right on, and I'm just going to make something different with this one. Maybe I'll do like a purple, like a gorgeous grape. Di, this paper is the Marbled Elegance Designer Series paper. It's an online exclusive. That's what, like, last week, this week, and next week, I'm going to be using it all 3 weeks. But that's what that you meant, right? And then this heart came from the gold, brushed gold cards and envelopes. Okay, like I cut it out, like Gail does this a lot. She'll take like card bases and envelopes from Paper Pumpkin and use it like designer paper to just like cut stuff out of. So that's kind of what I was doing when I cut up these cards. All right, so let's glue this one on. Then I want to add a couple more hearts because like a group of 3, you know, is always good. So let's get this one down. And then this little heart is going to fit right inside the regular envelope that comes with the gold hearts and envelope cards, or whatever they're called. Gold cards and envelopes, I don't know. Too many things going on. Okay. So my next idea for this card was I die cut and punched a couple of different shapes. So I cut this out of Blueberry Bushel. Then I cut these out. So I was kind of like thinking like that. Or I might just do, I did a little heart punch. So I think I might do this. Now, I want to emboss. So I'm taking the Love You. This is from the Friends for Life set. And I want to do a 2-part embossing on this. So let's get all of our things. So get this ribbon out of the way. Oh, and I might want to add some gold thread to that. So I'm going to need my hands, this, my embossing powder. All right, so I'm going to start with, let's hit this again. So I want to do the love first. So this is going to be like a conversation heart. Hey, Sharon. So I'm going to Versamark ink just the love. And reason number 457 why I do like the see-through stamps. Okay, do that. And I want to wipe that off. And then I'm going to kind of like tap it on my pants because I don't want it to be wet. Now I'm going to flip it around and I'm going to ink up just the U. And I can still see. Okay. See how that's showing up on there? Perfect. That's what I want. Okay. So let's cover this. And if you didn't have gold, you could use white. And obviously you could use the same technique to make a bunch of conversation hearts like on different shades of pink. I get that a little bit. But blue is the theme for this card. So that's why we're using blue and gold. All right, let's get that back in there. Okay, helping hands. And then I'm going to heat this up. Yes, Jamie, totally nailed it. I love it. I can see this in pinks too, though, like for regular like Valentine colors or red. Now, I got a little bit of whoopsies there, but I'm gonna get over it. Okay, oof, I love it. So I'm gonna pop up this heart, and this was just from an old heart punch I had. I have 2 of these little ones. I dragged out every heart punch that I have to see like what would fit. Like this one was too big. This one was too big. So that little one, and then I had this little one. Actually, I kind of like this little one. Let's see. Let me punch this out of a, let's do actually, let's do right here. It's a smidge smaller than that one. Oh no, you know what? That was from a die. Ugh. Okay, but anyway, I like that one. Cute. Okay. Dimensionals. Where are the rest of my dimensionals? Are they right in front of my face? Yep, they are. All right, so this will call for maybe 2 minis. And, ooh, it's 9 o'clock. Yikes. And then we'll do some regular ones on this side. You guys, I have 2 more cards. I think I have 2 more cards. Where's my scissors? Yeah, I do. So stick it out with me. Or if you just have to come back later and watch the rest, that works too. All right, let's do this. Okay. Cute. I love this. All right, so we've got that. Where did I just put the one that I punched out and put the, oh, don't tell me I threw it out. All right, did it fly somewhere when I was using, Jamie, don't worry about the time. Okay, I won't. All right, did anybody see where that went? I'm hoping it didn't end up in the trash. Let me see real quick. I know I put the dimensionals on it. All right, is it stuck to me or something? Nope, it's not stuck there. It's not stuck there. I have been getting over it a lot lately. You're right, Di, because I'm like, who's got time to be overly concerned? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna have to punch another one. So I don't know what happened to that one. And then it'll turn up. Okay. Next time we'll just do one. And I will add a tiny bit of glue. And then we're gonna add some of the heart sequins. All right, so that's, I love it already. And seems nice and dry. So that is opening. So see how that opens? I love it. Nothing's ripping. It's all attached. There's our hinge that we made. So let's add some hearts. I do also have the sequins. So these were the Sale-a-Bration items. One of the Sale-a-Bration items. They're called purple sequins, but they're really only one shade of purple is the fresh freesia. Then there's berry burst, white, no wait, bubble bath, berry burst, white. So no, let's do the hearts. All right, so we've got 3 hearts, really, but let's do one here. We're gonna do a medium one. Oh, that's cute. I love that, but I want to do another one. So we'll do a little one right there. Hearts on top of hearts, and then I'll need another one. And I'm going to do gold on gold. We'll put the big heart right here. I love it. I love it, love it. All right, and then, yeah, with those 2 popped up, and then I'll just have to stamp something in the inside, like you're my favorite. Okay, so that is a shaped card, and like I said, that's gonna fit in the envelope. I did have the envelope, or a envelope. Here we go. So it'll be a little bit loose, but who cares, right? So yeah, I like the blue too. Thanks. Okay, now we're gonna do a another like fun fold. I think I got this idea from Sue. I seem to get all the fun fold ideas from Sue, which is awesome. So this one she did a while ago, and she called it a back fold. I keep thinking I'm gonna discover where I put that heart. Wah wah. All right, moving on. So where is my... Hey guys, I had all my stuff organized, and now I don't know where this card ended up. This one is supposed to be a Melon Mambo base that, you know what, I cannot find. So let's skip that for now. We'll go to this. Interesting. I had my whole pile of stuff together, and now I can't find an entire card. This is disturbing. So I may be just doing one more. All right. So this one is another. So we're not doing the back fold because I can't find all my stuff. I feel like it's got to be here somewhere, but no. Okay. So this one is taken from what Sue made last Friday. She called this what? A pop-up. Yeah, Carol, that heart did run off. I don't even know where it went. But Sue called this a pop-up Z-fold. So you have these two different, I'm going to make a little mechanism so this pops up. So it's a Z-fold, right, which this is, and then with the pop-up. So listen to this card when I open it. Can you hear that? Or, yeah, because the sound's up here. So that is because I jammed this piece in too close, and it is rubbing on the card when I open it. Yeah, Penny, Gail's dad did come to see me. Yeah. But so this one, I'm going to have to give it to somebody that is hard of hearing, because that's going to bother me. But I just want you to know that's why. So I made this one last week, and then I did this one with the trees, like more masculine or something. Yeah, Jamie, you can hear it. Exactly. Isn't that it's gonna drive me nuts. So we're gonna do one with reds, and I need one of my cards. So with this one, I start out with the card base, the gold cards. All right, so let's pull that out. Oh, and then this was my prototype with the gold card base. Lisa, the sound would not bother you at all. Well, message me your address and you'll get it. But this was my prototype I made using the gold card. I love it. So I didn't use all the same designer pieces. I only used one piece of designer paper, because I didn't want to cover up all this gold. But I thought, let's try it with the sea turtle, and it's cute. Penny, you couldn't hear it? I feel like, yeah, maybe turn your volume up. I don't know. It was driving me nuts. Jamie, that's Lori's card. All right. So how do I make this? We're going to start with our base. And this is already scored at 4 1/4. So this time, so it's going to fold. I'm going to fold it in. So I'm going to score this side at 2 1/8. Okay, so half of 4 1/4 is 2 1/8. Oops, big end. So 2 1/8. Oops. And this will fold back. All right. So actually, I want to turn this over because I don't want any blue ink getting on this. So let me fold this up and fold this one, just crease it. So here's our base that we're getting to, right? Card, we don't need that. So I've got a bunch of pieces. This is for the back. I decided to cover the back of this one with just a piece of coordinating cardstock because even though this is like sturdy enough, like it seems just a little bit flimsy. Like It would be fine to make this as a 1-layer card, but I just wanted it to have some more sturdiness. So that's why I'm going to cover this. So this is 4¼ by 5½. I'm going to cover that at the end. All right, and we're doing Poppy Parade. Then I've got a piece to stamp some stuff on. Oh, I'm going to do flowers for this one. Designer paper for this. So I'm thinking this is 2. Nope, this is 1 7/8 by 5¼ All right. So if you're going to do a regular card, like one of these, I did a piece here and then I did a piece on that layer. So it's up to you. I'm just doing the one. Yeah, and I'm using the stripe side, which I did not realize I used that on the slim line too. I should have tried for something that would show you more of these patterns because they're really, I like all these like poured paint look kind of dealios. Really reminds me of the Waves of Ocean paper that we had last year. Was it last year or the year before? I can't remember. All right, then we have, oh, you know what? Then we are missing a piece. We have to make our little pop-up piece, which is, oh, here we go. Here was my screenshot of Sue's measurements. So we've got this gold piece. This is the center panel. This is 3 by 4¼ Then the Flirty Flamingo. This is going to go on the front. This will be the front panel. This is 2 3/4 by 4. Then I have 2 pieces of white that are both 2½ by 3 3/4 And you'll see why they're the same later. And then the pop-out mechanism. 2 1/4 by 3. And that appears to be missing. All right, so we're going to cut a piece. 2 1/4 by 3. Oh, what is this? 2 1/4 by 3? 2 1/4 by 3. Oh, here it is. Okay. All right, cool. But I didn't do any scoring. So 2 1/4 by 3. And we're going to score it along on the 3 side at 3/4, 1½, and 2 1/4. Okay. Now on this one, since I'm using the gold card, I don't have a layer for this that's going to go on the front. But if you're going to make it with the extra layer, you put that layer on first before we glue this mechanism on. All right. Let's get this out of the way. This feels like a mess. All right. So we fold all of these and burnish, burnish, burnish. All right. So this is what we're going to glue in that is going to be our pop-up mechanism. All right. So we want to get it kind of in the middle-ish. We're going to put glue on this side. And this end, we're going to flip it. And we're going to get as close as we can to the inside here. And just eyeball it to get middle. All right. Because we want it to be able to close shut. All right. That looks good enough. Now, you can either, the easiest way to do this is just to keep it folded in half like this, add your glue, and just fold this over. And that's going to grab that. Okay. So then there's our pop-up mechanism. And we're going to put our gold on here, but I do want to do my stamping first. So that's going to get glued to the pop-up. All right. And then this. Was I going to do this one as a Valentine? No, because I was going to do flowers on this. All right. So let's stamp some flowers. So just get a scrap of white. And this is where I wanted to just do like little hand cutting. Like I can hand cut these. So we want Poppy. And I'm just gonna do, let's do 3 and see how I like it. Oh no, wait, you know what? Let's do one right on here too. How did I get that? Good thing there are 2 sides to a piece of paper. I got red ink right on my finger. All right, flips these. Let's do that. And we'll do our greens in, so the leaves, let's do something a little bright. Let's try Shy Shamrock. See if that's going to be horrible. Oh, I like it. Okay. So let's add a few little leaves here. All right, that's enough for that. And then we want to bring our other piece. So like I said, I didn't want to hand cut these leaves, but I am going to cut the flowers and like layer them. So I want some leaves poking out. And you know what? Let's cut these flowers first so I can actually see where they're going to land. So yeah, if you had got the bundle of this, the Hearts of Elegance bundle, it has dies that cut out the flower and the heart and the leaves. For me, I don't think it's a hardship to cut these flowers. I really had no intention of hand cutting the leaves, but if I really had to, I could do it. I just didn't want to get another set of dies of heart, layering heart dies when I've already got 2 sets. Like, it just didn't make sense to me. All right. I'm getting a little close. You know, this one can be a birthday card too. All right, and then last one. So yeah, I hope it was just snow flurries earlier. I hope we don't really get anything tonight because I'm over it. All right, almost there. So, I think, you know what? I wonder if I should have done one of these in the flurry since that's the other color in here, but no, I'm not gonna worry about it. All right, so I'm thinking flat, popped up, and then popped up there. So going with that, let's add both kinds of leaves, like here, and let's do another one there. And then we'll do like that, and then the other one over here. So we've got that, that, that. I'm okay with that. You guys okay with that? Yeah, I'm okay. All right. So the greeting, I do make it look easy, Lisa. I mean, I really think as long as, you know, you just take your time, and I really didn't take enough time there because I like to have an even border, and that's just smooth. And it's just funny because I used to hate cutting. All right, so greeting. I want to do, let's use that birthday wishes from that Simply Said, Well Said. Simply Said. I don't think I still had it out. Yeah. Let's see if this will fit. Oh, it's going to be fine because, again, I'm just going to stamp over that leaf. I probably should have put that over a little bit, but over it. Okay. So we're going to do Poppy Parade. And let me drag this down in front of my face. So let's just look at this. See how I've got ink all under here? when that happens, just be very careful that you're not going to rock anything to get that on your paper. Because if I wreck this like right now, I would be so mad. All right, let's try to get it. Maybe I'll just push it up a little bit. I hope that's straight. Oh, perfect. Okay. Love it. All right, let's get this out of the way. Put that out of the way. All right, we're going to glue this to our Poppy Parade layer. Oh, man. I love it. All right, now this one was going to be glued flat. And, ooh, we can hang it off the edges a little bit. And then this one was going to get popped up. Let's just put it right on here. Yeah, perfect. And I want to make sure that this flower is like not exactly in the same direction. So see these two big pieces? That can work there. So then they're kind of like that way. And then we'll do some more dimensionals here. And we can have this one popped up. Love it. I love it, love it, love it. All right. So let's go ahead and glue this one down. Now, when I first made this, I was like, how am I going to get my hands in there to write on this? But it really will lay flat if you've pieced it all together right. So by that, you know, I thought, oh, how am I going to get my hands in here to write here? But look, when you go it, just lay it flat. And then you can write, and then it pops back up. You can also like just flip it over and do your writing that way. All right, so just keep that in mind. Okay, so here's our two pieces. So we're gonna end up, they're gonna look layered like this. So that's why we wanted these whites to be the same size. This has a bigger border than this. If we had made this white bigger, it would be the same exact size as this red piece. Well, if we got it off center a little bit, you would see it. And so I think that's why you do it the same, the white pieces. All right, so this is going to go right in here like that. Okay, we're going to glue right on our pop-up mechanism. And I'm just going to eyeball and fold it down. So this is hopefully going to make sure that it doesn't squeak, like that I don't get it in there that super tight. All right. I don't hear any noise, so that's good. All right, now we're just going to glue this right on top of our flap so that we get that nice border, right, showing with the gold. Yeah, you lefties would have been screwed for sure, Jamie. I mean, righties too, for that matter, because I can't get in there from that side. All right, I'm going to put my fingers here just so I know, like, where this glue can go. And then again, we're going to line it up like on this side, just to make sure that looks nice and even and everything should work out. Oh, see that? Perfect. All right, press down, press down. Now, we're gonna have to use some of these purple, the white ones actually, because hearts not really gonna be appropriate here. Ooh, you know what we could add though are some of the white sequins and some of the butterflies, the brass butterflies. Um, ooh, wait a minute, I got bees. So in the new mini, we have these, they're called tiny bee trinkets, and they are super, super tiny. So let's glue, yeah, let's put one of these or a couple of these on here. So we could have a bee there. And they are flat backed, so you can, and then let's do sequins here. So we're gonna mix all the things. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I need one more thing here and one more thing here. So I have an odd number of stuff down here. Let's do another B right there. Oi, this is hard to, there we go. Oh, so cute. All right, and then we'll do one more sequin there. I love it. I love it, love it. All right, let me close these. And I don't even know how many's in here. Oh, 40 of these little things. Cute. So the butterflies that are like the brass butterflies, those are like self-adhesive. These ones. I would still add glue anyway. But so these are more flat. The bees are not. So can you see how much that pops up? These are bees. Yep, Gloria. Thanks, Cheryl. So yeah, if you want something flat, go for the butterflies. Or there's another pack of brass something or other flat things that I don't think I got them. I didn't like, there was like birds or something in there. I don't even know. Okay, so the back fold card that I cannot find, I'm just gonna have to cut and make later when I post on my blog, or I'll maybe post that separately. Oh, and I wanted to glue this on the back. So, and I did not want this to have a border, so I want it to be flush. Oh, I hope these bees don't fall off. You know what? Let's just see. Again, you don't have to add this if you don't want to. All right, let's just get this situated. All right, I am gonna have to trim this, or I kind of like it. I kind of like it hanging over the edge like that. Will it still fit in the envelope? Hopefully. I don't know what I did with the envelope, but I love it. And then you could write your little message there, and then it sits up. Perfect. Yes, Gloria, birds and dragonflies. I think I like the dragonflies, but not the birds. So I was like, not getting them. I think instead I got another pack of the butterflies. All right, so let's drag the other cards that I made. Get this out of the way. So we've got our, this one's our pop-up Z-fold. Then we had my blue heart-shaped. Then we had the slim line with an envelope. Di, leave it. You like it hanging over the edge? Okay. Everybody says leave it, so I'll leave it. And then we had our first card was, I showed you how to make this envelope too. So that is a regular card, slimline, heart-shaped, and then the pop-up Z-fold. So, oops, drag these down. Ooh, Halloween with bats and pumpkins. Get out of here. You're right. Oh, thanks, Anna. Okay, so thanks for hanging out. And yeah, I did go over a bit. My bad. Next week, so next week is part 3, the final part of my series, my Marbled Elegance series. And I intend to do scrapbook pages. Thanks, Deborah. Um, I've got some, I like to use sketches like sometimes and I've been collecting them from the crops I go to. So I'm going to use the Marbled Elegance and probably heart like die cut shapes and make a couple of 12 by 12 scrapbook pages. So do I have pictures ready for them? No. Is that going to stop me from making the pages? No. So we'll do that next week. Thanks, Julie. Thanks, Di. Thanks, Carol, everybody. Awesome. Okay, so thumbs, hearts, shares, all appreciated. Thank you. And again, when I have my blog updated on Sunday, I will post that link. Thanks, Nancy. I'll post that link on Facebook, and then you can see I'll have all the measurements there, right, for the cards and the envelopes. And even though I've got some ink on here, I will take a picture of the pattern for the envelopes. All right, so hopefully that'll make more sense for everybody. Thanks again, Lisa. Yep. Night, everybody. Bye. Have a great weekend.